The Little Match Girl. It's the last day of the year, Christmas Eve. It's freezing. It was snowing and night fell quietly. On this cold and dark night, one without a hat and gloves, a little girl without shoes, walking slowly down the street. She came out of the house still wearing a pair of slippers. But what's the use? Those are his mother's shoes. It's too big for him. When she crossed the road, the carriage rushed over quickly. So scared she ran away with his shoes. I couldn't find one. The other one was picked up by a boy and ran away. The little girl had to walk barefoot. A pair of small feet are frozen red and blue. She has a lot of matches in his old apron. I still have one in my hand. This whole day, no one has ever bought her a match. No one ever gave her. Poor little girl. She was cold and hungry, trembling forward. The smell of roast goose wafted in the street. Every window is lit up. Tonight is Christmas Eve. She can't crave this. She sat down in the corner, all huddled up. She felt even colder, but afraid to go home. Because she didn't sell a single match. Didn't make any money. Dad will definitely hit him. Besides, it's as cold at home as on the street. The cracks in the roof are blocked with grass and waterfalls. The wind is still blowing in. Her little hands were almost frozen stiff. Even a small match. And she pulled one out. You can also warm your hands. She put his little hands on the flame. The match caught fire, burst into flames. How warm, what a bright flame. It's like a tiny candle. It was a strange light. The little girl feels herself. It's like sitting in front of a big stove. Furnace with shiny copper horns and copper handles. Burning vigorously, it's warm. How comfortable. He just put his foot out. I want my feet to be warm too. But the match went out. The stove is gone. Only a burnt matchstick in my hand. She wiped another one. The match is lit. And she's sitting there. Here comes a light. Bright light falls on the wall. It suddenly became as transparent as tulle. He can see. The table in the room was covered with a snow-white tablecloth. The tower is filled with apples, plum, and roast goose. And they had these elaborate plates and bowls. It smells good. And here's the thing. The goose with a knife and fork in its back jumped off the plate, swaying. Come towards this poor little girl. Then the match went out again. There was only a thick and cold bridge in front of him. She struck another match. This time he was sitting under a beautiful Christmas tree. This Christmas tree is bigger than she was last Christmas. Through the glass doors of wealthy merchants. And bigger and more beautiful. On the green branches, thousands of shining candles. Many beautiful color pictures. It looks like it's hanging in a shop window, winking at her. The little girl reached out her hands to the picture. Then the match went out again. I see the candle light on the Christmas tree rising higher and higher. Finally became a twinkling star in the sky. A star has fallen. A thin red light streaked across the sky. Someone is dying. The only grandmother who loves her. I told him when I was alive. A star fell. Someone is leaving. She struck another match against the wall. This time the matches lit up the surroundings. Grandma appears in the light. So gentle, so loving. Granny little girl cried. Please take me away. I know you'll be gone by the side of the match. Like that warm stove, fragrant roast goose, a beautiful Christmas tree will disappear. He quickly struck a handful of matches to keep Grandma. A large handful of matches emits a strong light, as bright as day. Grandma has never been as tall as she is now. So beautiful. She took the little girl in her arms. They both flew away in light and joy, flying higher and higher. Fly there without the cold. No hunger. There is no place for pain. The next morning, little girl sitting in the corner, red cheeks, with a smile on your mouth. She froze to death on Christmas Eve. The New Year's sun has risen. Shine on her cold body, with a burnt matchstick in her hand. He was trying to warm herself up. People say no one knows what beautiful things she had seen. She used to follow his grandmother, joy together in the new year. The Little Match Girl is Danish, a classic fairy tale created by writer Andersen. By a little girl on New Year's Eve. The tragedy of freezing to death on the street reveals the Wales gap in 19th century European society. The suffering of the people at the bottom, expressing a profound critique of social reality and a warm call to humanity.